Hi guys, what's up? This is Shubhadeep from eGadgets for you, and this is a new Moto G Turbo Edition. In this video, we will roll the full review of the new Moto G Turbo Edition. I have been using this device as my primary phone for the past few days, so it's time to dig deep into the full aspects of this new handset from Motorola. First of all, this handset is sold exclusively via Flipkart at a price of 14,500 INR. The most noteworthy point of this particular handset is the turbocharging, the IP67 certifications, and many other stuffs, which we will dig deep soon. Moto G Turbo Edition packs a 2470 mAh of battery that has enough juice to last through a full working day on very high usage. Mind you, on high usage, I mean continuous 3G or Wi-Fi, non-stop download, playing movies, shooting videos, capturing images, making phone calls and whatnot. This particular battery lasted a full working day. When the charge was at 0%, the turbocharger comes handy. Just plug it in and it will give you 6 hours of usage from only 15 minutes of charging. Mind you, it works perfectly without fail. Simply astonishing. The battery is sealed at the back and you get a dual micro SIM support through this particular device. The scroll down menu in the Moto G Turbo Edition gives you the normal stuff that you play around with. You get a torch which comes in handy. There is no auto brightness sensor present over here, but let's dig deep into the settings. Let us go to about phone, and this particular phone from Motorola runs the Android version of 5.1.1, which is Lollipop, straight out of the box. But mind you, it will get the Marshmallow update also very soon. The device comes with an internal memory of 16 gigs, out of which something around 10.95 GB was available to the users, but then again you get the ability to insert micro SD card that supports up to 32 GB. It also supports the USB OTG. Digging deep, you will find it helpful to store movies and other stuffs which you can play just plugging in the OTG via the micro SD point present in the device. The Moto G Turbo Edition is considered to be a rogue version of the Moto G third generation. The Moto G Turbo Edition retains the same design from that of the Moto G third generation. You do get the texture-like finish at the back, the metallic build, the nicely crafted buttons, and also the 5-inch of display. Starting with specs, let's tell about the display. It has a 5-inch of screen. The Moto G Turbo Edition have an IPS panel with LCD capacitive touchscreen. It has a 16 mm of color, supports a resolution of 720 x 1280 pixels, and has a pixel density of 294 ppi. It obviously gives you a full HD display. It also has a Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection at the front that prevents you from scratches. The IPS panel makes sure of the fact that the viewing angles are superb or great. You can see that the color contrast, the brightness, saturations are just perfect in this particular device. Quite amazingly. Low price, but you get a great display. What more can you ask for? Let's talk about benchmarks. In a Geekbench test, on a single core, the score is 520, whereas for multi-core, it gives you a 1549 score. The Antutu benchmark test also gives you a healthy 33,407. Let's dig deep into the specs. The Moto G Turbo Edition runs on a Qualcomm Snapdragon 615 chipset with an octa-core processor that is divided into 2 quad cores with Cortex A53. The higher one has a speed of 1.5 GHz, while the lower one clocks at 1 GHz. It has a GPU of Adreno 405. Additionally, you get 2 gigs of RAM with this device. Those are great specs and a great addition. The 615 chipset does works wonder for the handset. Just simply based on the processor speed and the chipset, let's go ahead and open Twitter. It just opens so fast. The responsiveness is quite amazing in this particular handset. The handset does not lag behind even while browsing the net. Loading speed is just awesome. IPS panel makes sure so the viewing angles are great. The Gorilla Glass protection gives you a good feeling of your hand. The sensations on touch is superb. The pinch to zoom works perfect without fail. There is no lag whatsoever. Although there is a minute warm with the color temperatures, as a result of which you get a slightly yellowish tint. But that's not a deal breaker, or that's nothing something like that it will catch your eye or something like that. Overall, it's a great handset for multitasking, browsing the net, reading stuffs, watching movies and whatnot. With the new Moto G Turbo Edition, the users can relax with handset in a pool or a beachside. It has IP67 certificate, as a result of which the smartphone is dust protective and water protective. The IP67 certification allows your handset to be submerged in static water up to 1 meter for half an hour without any worry of damage. So that is noteworthy, but as far as my opinion goes, when you have a smartphone, just make sure that it is kept safe and you do not have to just let it drop in water. I do not feel comfortable doing this type of thing. So better to make sure that your handset is safe in your pocket or in your hands and you do not just drop it in water, that's it. But having said that, it does protect you from water and dust undoubtedly. With the Moto G Turbo Edition, there is no additional bloatware in this particular device. Device is fast, is responsive. There are some minute tweakings due to which you can design your screen, or also from the brightness level you do get something that says adaptive brightness, which is actually the auto brightness sensors. Under accessibility you also get some of the gestures, some of the settings to play around with and tweak your handset just as per use and your availability. Of course it runs on stock Android, so the result of which it will get all the updates, the latest updates and also the enhancement updates very quickly and very easily and very smoothly. But there are some minus points. I do not know, the handset did not have a file manager from start. I had to download it for separately and then I can just navigate through all the files inside this particular phone. These are some minor things, and again from the multitasking window you will find that there is no such button that will actually wipe you or clear your browsing history just like that with one switch or one button. These are minor things, but I hope that they could have easily added this particular thing. The call quality is awesome. Voices are loud, crisp, clear. Even the keyboard is awesome. You will find plenty of space to play around and type. The numpad is associated with the alphabetical pad. YouTube videos are a treat. It supports 720p. The sound output of this handset is simply awesome. Let me just show you one of my wife's cooking channel video.
Welcome to Cook with Shonal. Today I'm going to make paneer tikka. So let's have a look at the ingredients. 250 grams of paneer cube size onion, red yellow.
So you can understand that yeah, obviously the sound output is awesome in this particular device, as because the speaker grills are present at the top, so that way there is no hidden sound.
Nicely. And make a thick paste.
The viewing angles are also superb, so that way you get a great deal in watching movies and watching the YouTube videos also. As always, a talking point is the camera. Now you get a feature like you need to swipe from left to right and you get all the options to play around with to take your perfect picture. Then again, to see the pictures you just need to swipe from right to left. As already shown in the dedicated camera review of this particular handset also, the camera does not disappoint. It does a great deal, takes good picture, and also even in the artificial lights you see that there is a good deal with this particular camera. In complete darkness also, due to the presence of the dual LED flash, pictures does comes out great. The video recording capability of 1080p at 30 frames per second also works to a great deal. So the 13 megapixel shooter at the rear and the 5 megapixel shooter at the back is definitely a thumbs up. As far as my verdict goes for the Moto G Turbo Edition, it's a great handset. Priced at 14,500 INR, you cannot ask for anything more. You get simply good camera. The 615 chipset works great with high-end games. It performs without lag, no hitting issues. Browsing the net, viewing angles are just superb. IPS panel, LCD capacitive touchscreen, the Corning Gorilla Glass 3 just adds to the wow factor in display. Obviously you get a lot of enhancement, and the Marshmallow updates will be rolling it soon in this particular handset also. Stock Android is a delight to use. Moto G Turbo Edition is definitely a great handset. Obviously from my point of view, the battery backup is great. With very high usage it lasted a full working day. The turbo charge just comes in handy. It charges very quickly. In 1.5 hours you get 100% of battery. So that's simply outstanding. My vote is a definite yes for this particular handset. Hope this video helped. That's it guys. Just stay subscribed to my channel to catch more interesting updates. Bye for now.